Yahoo Sports with Terrell Owens at the Performance Games opening. Terrell, what are you doing here, man?
Well, I'm obviously in support of Terrell and Hank. This is a new facility, a place to train all the top end. And if you're not in the top end of athletes, you will be once you go through this level of training. I've known Terrell for a couple of years now, and what he's implementing and putting on a platform for a lot of athletes is great. He's going to have a great staff, I'm sure of that. And this is where I'll be training from time to time, when I'm in town. And so I'm very happy for him, Hank, and everybody that's involved with Performance Games.
And obviously, you're in great shape. You haven't been sitting on the couch eating Cheetos lately.
No, not so much. I've been trying to keep in shape since I've had my knee surgery last April. Obviously, I kind of started my rehab with out in Carson, at AP, and obviously Terrell was very instrumental in some of my rehab process, along with some of the guys out down there in Pensacola, Florida. So I initially started my rehab there at the clinic there with Dr. Andrews' clinic, and then transitioned out here, doing some stuff out here, and then kind of continued my rehab out at AP. Now, like I said, I developed a great relationship with Terrell there, and obviously now we're going to continually do that here at Performance Games. So I'm very proud of him for what he's done. He's done a tremendous job. Hank and him has really worked very, very hard on this project, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it.
So you're handling your business. As far as the NFL's interest, how do you gauge that right now? Kind of where are things for your NFL future?
Well, I know how the business works, and so obviously with the situation, obviously when we had the surgery last year, I don't really think that's too much of an issue. It's more other things involved, but I'm just really hoping that someone can give me a chance to spell all that stuff and give me an opportunity to play football. So other than that, I'm just going to continue to work hard. I know training camp is going to come up here pretty soon. There's going to be injuries, things of that nature. So again, I know there's going to be some teams that need a veteran receiver, whether it's number 1, 2, or 3. I feel I can fill all those voids. So that's not a question. So I just want to go out there and play football and just leave everything that happened in the past. But in the meantime, just still continue to work hard. I got some partners, I've been working with, trying to come up with some get my name out there branding wise. As you see the shirt, G-Rip, it's a very, very unique type of shirt. For a receiver, and running backs. We have the grips on the forearms and the bicep. So once you get the shirt on, obviously the receiver catching the ball, tucking it, try to prevent that, slipping and gripping and stuff like that. So that's what the name G-Rip comes from. It's grip. So look out for this. It's going to be a hot staple. Trust me. So I'm greatly happy and honored to be a part of something like this. This is going to be something for the future right here.
You talk about 1, 2, 3. Contrary to popular perception, you don't have to be the guy.
No, not exactly. I mean, I'm the guy, but really not the guy.
Right.
So other than that, again, I don't have a problem. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Somebody can label me the number 4. Whatever I do, that my number speaks for itself. So again, this is, like I said, it's not a matter of performance. I think everyone saw that my last year in Cincinnati. And again, once I get on the field, I play football. Everything else is out the window.
Randy Moss is now really coming on in San Francisco. Mike Williams, I live in Seattle, so I've seen him come back. Chad's down in Miami, kind of making his comeback. What would you say to NFL teams who not that they think you don't have it, but maybe there are still questions?
I mean, that's not a question. I don't think there's not a question of do I have it or not. It's just like the draft. Everybody's going to have their opinion. Everybody's going to evaluate players differently. So, one team may evaluate a player, top of the charts. That another team may evaluate that player, and he may not be at the top of the charts. So, every individual is different. I'm no different. We all are great receivers. We have our strengths, our weaknesses, and that's how it is.
As far as other receivers, you're pretty tight with Chad. out with and talked to and kind of commiserate?
I've talked to Randy a couple times, since he's been signed with San Francisco. Obviously, I talk very much so with Chad a lot. Anytime I run around, run into guys, we have conversations just like anybody else. We're all friends. Contrary to popular belief that we're all enemies or whatever, but I think as competitive receivers, we kind of keep up with each other, what each other does on a daily basis, or a weekly basis. But other than that, man, I just, I know what I can bring to the table. I'm confident in my abilities, confident, where I am right now as far as my position with my knee. I've been going down to San Diego for the last couple of months, working out there, working out here in LA, still continuing to rehab, work hard, and so that's all it's about, just keeping myself in shape, keeping myself ready.
Jerry Jones recently said that he wanted to see you back in the NFL, maybe not necessarily with the Cowboys, but he thought you could still make a difference in the league. Can you talk about your relationship with him?
Jerry's a great guy. Obviously, he gave me an opportunity in 2006, and I had a great 3 years there with the Cowboys. But yeah, that's the type of guy that Jerry is. It goes beyond just a football relationship, and I think he's done that not only with myself, he's done that with a number of his players. You think about the Troys, the Emmets, the Michaels, Charles Haley. These relationships continue to go on even when football stops. And so I think that's what's most notable and admirable about Jerry.
When all is said and done, what is Terrell Owens' legacy in the NFL?
Well, I think it'll be left, with what I do in the field. Again, everybody's going to have an opinion about Terrell Owens, and I think the most important thing for me is really just rely on what my family thinks of me. I think at the end of the day, if it was, anybody to be in your corner, it's going to be your family. So, and I think they're proud of me. And again, I haven't done all the necessary right things, said the necessary right things throughout my career, and that's the maturation process that I've gone through. I know I've made mistakes, and life is not going to be without mistakes. And I think everybody's going to go through that at some point in time. I've made mistakes, and you live and you learn from them, and you try to move on from them.
Thanks very much.